This is EBC Sports International. This week's stories. Lakers close NBA season against city rivals Clippers. American Arena football home opener between the Florida Tarpons and Richmond Rough Riders. Historical roots of baseball. Kenyans Eliud Kipchoge and Vivian Chariot win London Marathon. Popularity of Fortnite in Lakers locker room, plus the rise of women gamers. Hello everyone, I'm Michael Hudson bringing you sports news from around the globe. We'll begin with the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers closed out their season against city rivals the Los Angeles Clippers. With a report from Staples Center is EBC Los Angeles correspondent Ken Cruz.
One of the feel-good stories of the NBA season is that of Andre Ingram. He's a 10-year pro in the NBA Developmental League, the G League. He's finally got his opportunity to play in the big leagues when he was signed by the Lakers to play the final 2 games of the season. Last night, he was the LA unsung hero, scoring 19 points in his NBA debut as a 32-year-old.
It's an amazing last few days to think I wasn't even going to be here, to think I was going to be on a plane home to Virginia and instead to be here living out a dream. It was just amazing.
Tonight will be the final game of the season versus the Clippers. Can lightning strike twice?
To cap it off with a win, to have the special night last night, I mean, what more could I ask for? It was just all good, all good.
We played hard, we competed, we played for each other, and I think that really speaks for this team, this culture that we're trying to build, and kind of what we have going, into the future.
The story with the season has been how young our team is, how many young guys are important in our rotation, and they all definitely grew individually and as a team as well.
The Lakers finished the 2017-2018 season with a W over their cross-court rivals, the LA Clippers, with a final score of 115-100.
Yeah, it was great. I thought defensively we stepped it up a bit, and then offensively we were just playing. It wasn't even many plays or sets we were running. We were just flowing pretty well. We got in a good groove, and we were just playing open ball, and that just means move the ball, cut, and just keep playing fast. We want to play with pace, and so we got in a good groove there and stretched out the lead. We were able to hold on to it.
Josh Hart led the game with a career-high 30 points.
The game started to kind of just slow down for me. I was able to be, obviously some of our big playmakers were out, so I was able to be a little more aggressive. I was able to, make some shots. My teammates saw me when I was open, so just started opening up and slowing down.
Now, Andre Ingram, he wasn't able to recreate last night's magic, but he did finish with 5 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds.
It was a full team effort tonight, which I thought was fitting for our season that we've had and what we try to emphasize as far as the type of culture we want.
Coach Luke said that Andre made all the right decisions while he was on the court. His future with the Lakers is uncertain, but it won't be a big surprise if another NBA team is looking for a 3-point specialist like Ingram for next season.
My plans of what's next wasn't going to change if I was here or at home at this point. We're just going to, like I said, take a week or two and then get ready again. It's the process, but I enjoy it. As long as I keep enjoying the process, I'm going to keep doing it.
Now that's it for Los Angeles basketball, as both teams, the Clippers and the Lakers, won't be in the playoffs this year. So next time, I'm Ken Cruz, and I am 1 with 25.
Thanks, Ken. Are you ready for some American Arena football? EBC Florida correspondent Melissa Potus reports on the Florida Tarpons home opener against the Richmond Rough Riders.
American Arena League football is underway here in Lakeland, Florida, as the Florida Tarpons host the Richmond Rough Riders in their home opener. This is a rematch of the 2017 League Championship, where Richmond won with an interception on the final play of the game. 3 weeks since their last game, the Tarpons took to the field with hopes of securing the win, while the Rough Riders had intentions of keeping their winning streak alive. From the get-go, the Rough Riders took to the field with confidence and enthusiasm, scoring 3 points on their first drive of the game. The Tarpons quickly answered with a touchdown on their first possession. However, their lack of repetitions and playtime became evident as the game progressed. The Tarpons were no match for the Rough Riders, who dominated the field on offense, defense, and special teams. The Tarpons had no answer for their quick offense and energy. They were plagued by flags and poor execution, despite having many opportunities to go in for the touchdown. The final score of the game was 58-20, improving the Rough Riders to 4-0, while the Tarpons fall to 0-2. After tonight's disappointing loss, the Tarpons will try to regroup as they prepare to take on the Atlanta Havoc, while the Rough Riders will travel to New Jersey to take on the Jersey Flights. Reporting to you from Lakeland, Florida, I'm Melissa Potas, and I'm always one with 25.
Thanks, Melissa. Up next, the historical roots of baseball, and Kenyan runners Eliud Kipchoge and Vivian Cheruiyot win the London Marathon. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is EBC Sports International. Have you ever wondered where baseball's first organized game took place? EBC New York Bureau correspondent Tenny Samagi tells us where and when from Hoboken, New Jersey.
Welcome to Hoboken, the birthplace of baseball. Just a short train ride from New York, the city across the Hudson River is known for the birthplace of Frank Sinatra and the famous Carlos Bakery as seen on the reality hit show Cake Boss. But the coolest fact about the city of Hoboken is that the first ever organized baseball game was held at Elysian Fields on June 19, 1846. We learned more about the roots of America's pastime as we spent time with the players and staff of the Stevens Ducks baseball team.
You kind of do feel the history as you walk down the street. You can see it on 11th Street and Washington Street. There's a big monument. This is where the first baseball game ever was, and we are the closest baseball field to that spot because now that spot is paved over, so nobody's playing baseball there anymore. More specifically about this season, we're doing great. Like I said, we're in first place. We just had a great series win, a couple epic comebacks. So this is honestly one of the high water marks of the school year so far has been this baseball program's play so far.
It's always great to root for the home team because watching baseball here in Hoboken is an experience of a lifetime. I'm Tenny Samagi reporting, and I am 1 with 25.
Thank you, Tenny. Kenyan runners dominated both the men's and women's races as Eliud Kipchoge and Vivian Cheruiyot won this year's London Marathon. Kipchoge won his third marathon title with a finishing time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 17 seconds.
I enjoyed the race from the crowd. That's why I win. It's a double win. I enjoy winning London for the third time. And I enjoy winning World Marathon majors for the third time also. I am not selfish. That's why I am in the front to show the young generation that if you love the sport, you need to actually run with your heart and your mind, not with your legs.
Cheruiyot finished first in a time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 31 seconds.
Today, everything went very well. The way we planned with my manager, Rick Sims, because the two ladies, they were trying a world record, and I didn't want to make the same mistake that I did it last year, because last year I was quick the first year, and then the last year I was nowhere. I got that energy after half marathon, because the first year I think it was 69, and then I was feeling comfortable throughout. So when I got Trunesh, and I just passed Trunesh, and after some minutes I saw Mary, and I caught Mary, and I had that energy that I'm going to be London Marathon champion today.
The race was London Marathon's warmest in history, with temperatures as high as 73.8 degrees Fahrenheit, breaking the previous record set in 1996. Coming up, the popularity of Fortnite in the LA Lakers locker room, and the rise of women gamers. That's next. EBC Sports International will return in a moment. And we're back. This is EBC Sports International. I'm Michael Hudson. The popular video game Fortnite has been a favorite hobby of LA Lakers forward Josh Hart. Ken Cruz reports again from Staples Center as he speaks with the rookie.
Fortnite is currently one of the most popular video games in the world and has created somewhat of a phenomenon, even within the celebrity community. One of the most famous Fortnite streamers is none other than Josh Hart of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a trendsetter.
In the beginning of the season, his teammates ridiculed him for playing so much. Now, his teammates like Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball are actually joining him playing Fortnite in between games.
Well, what do you feel about like the rest of your team getting into it? I know they made fun of you at the beginning of the season, but then it looks like, you know.
Everybody was talking trash to me this whole season about Fortnite this, Fortnite that, but they all start playing it now, so I don't want to hear it from nobody. Jewel didn't play it, now he plays it. Kuz was the biggest hater, and he plays it. Me and Lonzo was on last night playing.
Let's hear his thoughts after scoring 30 points in his final game of the season.
Josh, 7 for 9 from the three-point line tonight. Was that Fortnite bandage celebration premeditated?
Nah, it wasn't. I was in the moment. And, you know, a lot of people call me Mr. Fortnite, so.
With famous rappers like Drake and Travis Scott regularly playing Fortnite along with a slew of pro athletes, will this video game continue to grow in popularity, or will it fizzle out like Pokemon Go? What we do know is that Josh Hart will be playing a lot more Fortnite starting tonight as his rookie season has come to an end. Until next time, I'm Ken Cruz and I am 1 with 25.
Thanks again, Ken. Men have long dominated the world of gaming, but at PAX East, several women speak how they too can rule the video industry. Here is EBC New York correspondent Joanne Blanco Soriano reporting from Boston, Massachusetts.
The popularity of the video game industry has skyrocketed. I'm here in Boston at PAX East, one of the largest video game conventions in the world.
The Penny Arcade Expo is a series of gaming conventions dedicated to one of the oldest geek hobbies, gaming. What started out as a small convention in 2004, PAX has grown into an international phenomenon, holding conventions in Seattle, San Antonio, and even Melbourne, Australia. Here in Boston, PAX East continues to grow alongside the video game industry, garnering tens of thousands of attendees and showcasing not only the newest video games, but the newest gaming hardware, merchandise, and indie developers making their mark in the digital world. While the industry has long been male-dominated, women have begun to make their presence known as consumers, developers, online personalities, and even professional esports athletes. We speak with several people in the industry as they share their experiences with women becoming a greater force in this male-dominated field.
Women could be writers. My boss at .esports is our managing editor. He's in charge of the site. Makeup artists, chefs, player management, coaching. You can be a pro player. Just got to put in the work. You know, there's no reason why a woman can't be a pro player.
Still intimidating to a lot of them, I think, because a lot of these games are very complicated, are very high skill intensive. So games like Counter-Strike, you know, require a lot of twitch reflex, and a lot of women don't learn that early on. Where I think guys are kind of taught about that a little bit better. But I do think they are trying to learn better, though. I do see, you see especially at the younger ages, girls are getting into like Fortnite, Minecraft, all these really popular games. And I do think that has an effect on how they like really how they're enthusiastic when they're older.
I think there's a very big gap. It's notorious that in events and in industry in general, there's very few female developers and also gamers. But I do think that there's a positive trend, like a more inclusion. So that's why I'm very positive about how the industry is changing.
In our studio, since it's almost 50-50 women to men, there isn't much of a difference, like how women's and men's are treated.
Our boss, like, he was really wanted to be all equal between us, so that's what I really appreciated.
Yeah, our boss is very supportive of everyone around.
I definitely feel like as a gamer and someone within the industry, I've definitely seen that there's particularly more men than women in the industry, both on, especially on the fan side, I'd say. I don't have that much knowledge of, like I said, inner workings of companies, but definitely it seems like, especially just being here at PAX, there's definitely a plethora of more men than women, it seems. I think that one of the great things about our game is that it's not necessarily trying to be hip or cool or whatever, trying to compete with any of those standard metrics that I think a lot of mainstream games are going for, which kind of go for that because they're geared towards that specific demographic. I think Cook So Delicious 2 is just trying to be fun. It's trying to be about something interesting. It's food. Everybody loves food. And I think that's one of the things about this game that makes it kind of stand out. We've had a really good showing of people from all ages and all demographics at our booth. It's been really, really nice that way to kind of be in that small section of PAX where that's happening because, again, I look around and that's not what I see everywhere.
While women are slowly moving ahead in professional esports, we have seen today that they are a prominent force in the development of the games themselves. Reporting from Boston, this is Joanne Blanco Soriano, and I am 1 with 25.
Thank you, Joanne. Well, that's it for this week's EBC Sports International. Tune in next time as we bring you sports news from around the globe. I'm Michael Hudson, and I'm always 1 with 25.